Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. My name's Matt Drake. 1 second. That is better. This is episode 149. And yeah, Happy New Year. We're back. We are back for a new year, new, fresh, brand new year and all that. Morgan, how you doing?
Happy New Year, Matt. I'm really good, man. How are you?
Happy New Year to you too. Yeah. Look, did you have a good Christmas time and a holiday season?
Yeah, it's I had a couple of days off over Christmas and then a couple of days leading into New Year's. But outside of that, just been working, mate. It's a busy time of year in our industry. So, yeah, it's been all good. Been out here making that money, but we're off from today through till after Roxburgh. So, pretty excited.
Wow. Oh, you got heaps of time off then. I have to say, I work in an industry which is less busy at this time of year. Bless you. And so, it's been good actually to have some time off, and I've had this week off and the week off in between Christmas and New Year. So don't go back to work until it. You okay?
Yeah, I was having a sneezing fit.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, you're back with us. So I'm quite fortunate to be back at work on Monday. This after this weekend. So yeah, had plenty of time to spend some time with the family, get a little bit of disc golf in. Today I completely tidied up the office here, so it's a lot
looking good in there, looking sharp. You've got about 2 weeks until it's all upside down again, I reckon.
Probably. But yeah, no, it's been really good. Have you managed to get out on the course at all?
Just the once. I got out in Christchurch, I think maybe just before the last show or maybe just after, and then I got out in the gardens once this week. Snuck around in between jobs with Mikey, you and a couple others, and that's it. Pretty much. I'll try and get another. Maybe I've got Jonny Ferrari in the house with me right now. Maybe we'll go and sneak around in tomorrow morning.
I mean, that's a good idea. Managed to get to Marsden on New Year's Day. So yeah, headed over the hill. That was lovely. Just played the little red course around Henley Lake, and then got out to Koi Koi, and it actually in my Secret Santa that I got from not my New Zealand Secret Santa, but another Secret Santa that I'm part of. Can I find them?
Well, Matt's looking for that, guys. Yeah, happy Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone there as well. And we hope you all enjoyed our Secret Santa.
One of the things I got in Secret Santa was this. I don't know if you've seen this before.
Disc dice, yes, I have.
Disc dice. And so you get 2 dice. One of them has got like forehand, you probably can't see it very well, hyzer, anhyzer, backhand, roller, and then there's a wild card, throw what you like. And then the other one's got like mid, driver, understable, overstable. You give it a roll beginning of the tee, and then we were playing it so that anyone can you throw it once for the whole card, and then everybody throws that off the tee. That was quite entertaining. Playing Koi Koi in a quite a stiff northerly, having to throw an understable forehand off a headwind hole. That was quite a lot of fun. But yes, no, good thing to have in the cart, and a lot of fun.
Definitely keeps the game fresh, throwing shots that you probably would never throw on a lot of holes. I think that's good. I think that's really good for the game and a good bit of fun.
I don't think I've ever considered throwing a keystone forehand off the tee pad of hole 5. But it was
lay it out for me. Lay it out for me. What's hole 5?
Hole 5 is going more. You're throwing more or less into a northwesterly, and it's 120 meters, pretty flat. I mean, I can't reach it with a driver, and so when you get to that stage, it's a good bit of fun. So if I see you out on the course, anyone who's watching, then I shall have disc dice with me, and you can bet that I will challenge you to a game. Anyway, right, it's the new year. We're going to get into it. We got a lot of stuff to cover. First up, we've got hot scores for the last week. Then we're going to bring in our guests this evening, who are Jonny Ferrari and Bray Marsden, who will be joining us from Bray's in Invercargill. And Jonny, how far away is Jonny from you now?
He's walking towards me, so he's 2, 1.5, 1.2 meters just over there.
I think you can see him.
He's probably not quite in frame, but here he is.
There he is. No. I've put him in frame. People can see where he is. He is with you in the house.
He is in the house. So, yeah, we're actually going to a festival tomorrow. We're going to Bay Dream here in Queenstown, so he's come up for a couple of nights.
Excellent.
Looking forward to it.
Fantastic. So they'll be joining us for a quick chat about the Southern Smash, which is coming up in a couple of weeks' time. And I think Bray's got a couple of things he wants to talk us through. Some announcements is what he told me. So that'll be exciting. We shall get to that. We're also going to be then turning our eyes towards North Island Champs, which kicks off tomorrow, tees off tomorrow, I should say, in Invercargill. Not Invercargill, Inglewood, in New Plymouth.
Don't think anyone's ever said up in Invercargill. You know, you got to be pretty far south.
You do. There's not many.
Maybe just the Penguins. You know.
And that'll tease off tomorrow. So you've got the tee times for the MPO start at 1:30 through to 3:00. That's quite a late tee off, eh? 3:00.
Yep,
I mean, it's going to stay light.
I wonder how long a round is there. Inglewood's a pretty big course. So I mean,
it's about 4 hours. 3 or 4 hours. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's a late finish, but I mean, yeah, they've got a lot of players, and it's just how it worked out.
Absolutely. Anyway, right, we're going to kick off by going through some hot scores. So Morgan, take us through the South.
All right, guys. Happy 2024, and we're going to start off with our first hot scores of the year. And we're going to start off down in Queen's Park, home of goddamn Jonny Ferrari. Not him though, Mr. Sam Cole with a 12 under par this week to take out the hot score, shooting over to Chingford, and a name that I'm becoming more and more familiar with by the day, Mr. Calvin Cummings, -5. Brockville, Mr. Mark Tebbett, fan favourite, 7 under par. Queenstown Gardens, Mr. Liam Hewitt with a 12 under par. It's a quality score here in the Gardens. Tucker Beach, we've got the famous and infamous Stiffmeister with a 3 over par. Ely Point, we've got Matt Badger with a 6 under par, quality score there. Lismore, Ben Quinn, -10. That's a big score. Jelly Park, Louis Stridham, 12 under par. Ascot, Connor on even par. Queen's Park Reserve, we've got Michael Roberts on -5. And the last but not least in the south, the north of the south, Jason Normandy at Taylor River with a -3. Good shooting there, team. Welcome to 2024. Let's see what next week and the rest of the weeks for the year can bring on.
Yeah, I have to say there's some pretty hot scores in the North Island as well. That are not too far away from the hot scores of 2023, which we did in the last episode. So starting us off at Berrenport, Brady Cush hits the hot score for the round with a 5 under par in the hills. Andy Davey across the water at Hikoikoi hits 7 under par. And around Harcourt Park, I know he's watching tonight, Gary Jarvis hits 7 under par. So well done to Gary. Johnny Wake hits 9 under par around Linklater. Joe Berry hits the hot score around Maryland's with a 3 under par. And Johnny Wake again around Spa Park Black hits 8 under par. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to do this year. Right? It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, me too.
John O.C. Played the McLaren's Longs and hit 5 under par. And Luke Hempel takes out Henderson with a 14 under par. So well done to them. Actually, Morgan, I meant to say, I played with Johnny on Boxing Day this year.
How'd you do? Did you smoke him?
Well, we played night golf. So we teed off at 9:30 on Boxing Day night at Berrenport. Played 3 rounds of the first 6 holes. And I got like 5 down, I think. And Johnny got, I think, 8 down or 9 down, but I was beating him for a little bit of time, and I was like, "What is this? What's
hold on to that? Hold on to that memory."
And then normality struck in. I started playing how I normally play, and Johnny started playing how he normally plays, and the gap slowly widened. But there we go. But no, really looking forward to seeing how, in particular, he was the inaugural winner of the Cheney for Breakout Player of the Year. Again, if you missed those awards, then head back to episode 148 on our YouTube.
Johnny, I will continue to be a hype man for you in 2024.
It's going to be incredible to see how he gets on. And we'll be looking at how he stacks up odds-wise a little bit later on when we get to the picks for North Island Champs. He's up in Inglewood this weekend, and he's on the feature card tomorrow. So, we look forward to that. And that is a stacked feature card. We'll get to that in a second. First up, let's bring in our guests this evening. And as you saw, our first guest is Jonny Ferrari. He's sat right next to Morgan right now. And our next guest coming to us live from Invercargill is Bray Marsden. With the magic of camera trickery, we've hopefully got them looking something a little bit like this. So good evening, gents. Good evening, Jonny. Good evening, Bray.
There you go.
Hey, Matt.
How are we doing this evening? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, mate. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So, right, take us through it. It's early January. You've got a couple of weeks left until the Southern Smash, which is the third event in the Elite Series. So you've got Roxburgh, which is sold out and done, and Morgan's probably got everything done for that tournament. So it's all prepared.
He's ready.
He's ready.
I'm not ready.
Look, guys, we will be ready. I'm not quite ready. These last couple of weeks have been blooming hectic with work, but we will get there. I'm off now.
Okay, good. And you've got the Southern Smash, which kicks off in 2 weeks' time. So, talk us through how you're getting on with the preparations for that.
We're getting there. It's not our first rodeo now, to be fair. So it is less big, like scale wise this year. Like we're not accommodating 250 people this time. It's going to be about 130. So that's it. Almost like 130 is still a lot of people, but it almost feels
you're at 124 right now, and your capacity is what, 144?
It is 144, but we are very likely going to have to shut off Regos for the amateur divisions just because of some logistics with the groupings. And that's fine. That's the way it is. We're still 75 amateur and juniors, so we're really happy.
Take note of that, amateurs. If you're looking to get in and you're on the fence, cut off's coming.
Yeah,
it's probably coming tomorrow, to be fair. And then we will encourage some people, if they're keen, to jump up to the MA1. That'll help declutter it as well. We've already had to move FA1 to the pro layout, and they were really happy with that, so that's cool. But yeah, it's coming along. We got sponsors, heaps of sponsors again, which is awesome. It's really, really handy down here that the local businesses keep getting in behind us. And have got the player packs. Haven't sort of made a boo on the player packs. We only got 110 because the numbers were really low when I had to order them to make sure they were here in time. But they're not huge player packs. They're just little nice ones. So I feel like we could probably get away with the MPO missing out on them, and we would have everyone else covered.
Am I right in thinking you've got a disc for everyone?
Yeah, everybody gets a disc regardless. Yep. There's just a few little extra bits and bobs, the towel, mini,
just stuff.
Yeah, just disc golf stuff.
Got many of that now.
Yeah,
us do.
Yeah, we do. So we might sit back on that. We've got $3,500 added cash for the pros as well. So that'll, I'm sure they can buy a towel and a mini if they want to with their payouts. But no, it's coming along. We've got real good crew ready to help and get stuck in. We've got a new tournament director, Hayden from Disc Shop. So that's really awesome. He's flying down on the Thursday and flies out Monday. So he's going to be here for the whole build up beforehand as well, setting up. He's going to know the course like the back of his hand. He's going to take a lot of weight off us as well, which is cool. Yeah,
I think having Hayden on board to do that role, as you say, takes a bit of weight off your guys' shoulders, the ones that are really running it from months out point of view, getting everything organised. But then I think what you'll find after the event, you're going to get a lot of good feedback and things you can take into future years. angles of ways of looking at things that you might not have seen before.
That's it.
You know, Hayden's got such an abundance of experience in being a tournament director that there's just no way he's not going to give you a few really good ideas on his way out the door on whenever he's out of town again.
Yeah, and he's already started with that too. I've already had to go to him and say, hey, how are we going to manage this cluster of amateur divisions with the shotgun start? So that's one of those things. But he's got ideas and he's got ways. So the Sunday's fine because it's tea times, so it doesn't really matter. But it's the double shotgun that's going to be really tricky.
Yeah.
How's things been going on your side, preparation-wise?
Oh, pretty much the same. I've been going through a couple of changes with the course. I talked to Bray about this, and we changed a couple of holes from last year that we thought just needed it.
Just on the gold course.
Just on the gold course. The AM course is exactly the same, which we loved that when we played in the flicks. I played it terribly, but I loved the course. And yeah, pretty much incorporated some of the actual holes that we play on our championship course as well, which we believe are pretty good holes. And we've also added in those couple of BTs and changed some pars on some of the par fives for the AM divisions because they actually get to play that course like the pros get to. So for one round it's this first day, isn't it?
Yes, round two in the afternoon. So, the amateurs will play the pro course with the BTs and bigger pars.
And you just
But yeah, to sort of touch on the other side of it, Bray touched on it before about the people that get in behind to give us a hand to do everything with the course. So organising that now, I've managed to get a container at my house now to get all the disc golf stuff that actually stored at my house. It fills a 20-foot container, would you believe? Just for set up for the smash easily, and having the people to give you a hand. That's what I've been dealing with, organising them. That's good.
About to say my bedroom's been getting a bit bloody crowded in there.
Your garage is probably filling up yourself.
Yeah, my garage is ruined.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam Rhymes, we need it. We need a container.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, just stuff like that. Eh? Yeah.
And you just touched on it. You guys have a flex start on the Friday because the event's only a 2-day this year, 20th and 21st of January. Yep. And you've got a flex start on the Friday.
Yep.
The flex start presented by Zuka.
There you go.
That was also having those 2 rounds on the first day sort of incorporated more golf for people, being a shorter weekend.
Yeah. Well, and it's not as tiring as playing 2 big courses because you're going to play a wee course and a big course. And there's probably 2.5 kilometers worth of throwing difference in those 2 courses.
Yeah, well.
There's a lot of difference. There's not actual factual. That's just me probably exaggerating a little bit, but
I would say get involved with that flex start if you're going to Summon Smash because there's 22 people signed up so far, and you can win a cart, right? And these Zuka carts, I tell you what, it's game changer for me.
So the Zuka cart prize, right, is it just one prize for the whole tournament, the flex start?
Yeah.
Let me just know if I get this right. It's one prize for the whole tournament, and it's whoever plays the most rating points above their current rating.
Yep. They Zuka and this shop throwing up a whole $650 package of Zuka for that person.
Awesome. Oh, wow. How good.
And if they're from out of town, obviously they don't need to take it with them that day because if they're flying or might not have the room, it can be delivered after the fact. So that's really cool.
Yeah. So get involved with that flex. Likelihood is you're going to be in town on that day anyway, right? And
if you're a junior, it's free. If you're not, it will cost you $5.
$5.
Yeah.
That's
$5. I forgot about that part. That's nice.
$5 for a rated round and the chance at a Zuka card.
Yeah. So get involved. Get involved on that. There's only 22 people signed up, so you got half a chance actually.
I'm pretty glad I have a terrible rating.
Same.
You fancy your chances of this one, Morgan? Do you going to join the kart club? I like it.
We'll be good excuses. Might be pretty good.
The problem is I haven't been playing, so I don't think it's going to help me anyway. Yeah. I'll probably play too my rating.
People to sign up, but if they don't, I'm not too upset because there's less chance of not winning it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And so, is there anything? Bray, you mentioned to me earlier that there was a couple of things you wanted to talk about in terms of announcements. What are they? what do you want to talk about?
Just one really. One big one that I'm pretty happy with, and that is MDG Media are coming back to New Zealand, and they are going to cover the Smash, which is awesome, all rounds. I've just announced this on Facebook as well in the background, in the event page. MDG are going to do a feature card, so the 4 people on that feature card are our 2 local Stout brothers, so they're going to go head to head. Then we've got Andrew Popham, who's been playing some really good golf lately. And the representing Innova player for the ILT Southern Smash presented by Innova is going to be Stephen Reed.
Oh wow, good stuff.
Stevie Reedy.
Yep. So he got the friendly message the other day to get the A into G and start practicing. So so that's our feature card, and we're really happy with that. Maxime from MDG is playing. So I think he is now the highest rated player in the tournament, which is cool. It was awesome playing with him last year and watching some of those shots he took. That
he's 6 rating points behind Levi, actually.
Oh, behind Levi. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be an epic
Come
battle.
on, mate.
1001 versus 1007.
I think it's worth still noting that
100%.
he destroyed that court. Was it the second round?
Yeah.
10, I want to see how he goes on the touch shots.
That he absolutely destroyed that course. I'm just having a look at some of his other results that he had after.
It's pretty handy with a Takapoo.
Yeah, he came 20
gardens with just a Takapoo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Am I reading that right? Is that the one?
It was round 2 at Nationals. He shot 1030 something rated.
Yeah.
He nicked 13. I think it was 13 down on that pro course, which is just nuts.
Yeah, so I mean, he's incredible player and great to have him back. Are they staying just for the Smash? They're going to be here for longer, right?
I have no idea, to be honest. But I just know that they're coming for the Smash.
Oh.
They're doing some documentary work in the background. I know that.
Yeah, they're finishing off the documentary that they started last year when they were here.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
and I believe they'll be at GCO.
I do believe they'll be at GCO. I don't know what's really between Smash and GCO, but those are pretty good events that they'll be covering.
There's a lot of events between Smash
I
and
know,
GCO.
I know.
But
hopefully they get up to all of them, because it'll make for some pretty epic viewing for the world to see of New Zealand disc golf.
Absolutely. So Leon's confirmed they're here for 4 months.
4 months.
So yeah, I mean, and so they'll be arriving pretty soon, I would have thought. And then staying through till 4 months from now, so beginning of April. So
I think they're here in 10 days.
They're here in 10 days. Okay.
Yeah.
They unfortunately land the day of Roxburgh.
I see. Okay.
Messaging Max and told him he'd stuffed up and he needs to fix it.
Yeah.
Because he would have destroyed that course too, I reckon.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this is shaping up to pretty well. First up, I'm absolutely stoked that I'll be able to watch some coverage here, because I didn't get to see. It's this period of time from now until the rest of the summer basically is going to be incredibly light on disc golf for me, and actually there may well be weeks where we're not able to do a podcast, but we shall see. And that's and so I'm stoked that I'll be able to see coverage of these events and be able to kind of immerse myself in some of the atmosphere that's going on. So yeah.
I'm stoked that there's coverage of North Island Champs, because I haven't seen that anywhere. But knowing that there's a feature card, I was going to assume it's T-Box Media, which is cool, because that feature card is looking pretty good.
That feature card does look good. Yeah, we'll get on to that.
I thought. Have you played Inglewood, Bray?
No.
I don't know why I thought. Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it yet. I want to.
It's well worth getting up there. Worth getting up there. I mean, honestly, I was a bit surprised that there's only 110 players playing for a major, and that's and only 15 in MPO as well.
I had a good trip up there about 3 years ago with Ethan Stout. Myself and Ethan met up there at the airport, and stayed together up there and travelled around and enjoyed it. It was pretty awesome. Awesome location. Never been to that part of the country before, so it was a good way to see it.
Gatekeeper are at Inglewood this weekend, so yeah, we'll
awesome.
look forward to some coverage there. So Southern Smash, you've got it all pretty much mapped out. It's going according to plan. People can still get involved. There's still a few spaces left, you say, but best to register for a pro division, you reckon?
I wouldn't mind if you did, or MA1, yeah. Just logistically, I would really appreciate that.
There we go. So if you're an MA1 player who is sat on the fence, get involved with the Southern Smash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still a few spaces and a few.
Do you want me to drop down a division, Bray? I can do that for you.
That doesn't help.
Probably won't help me either.
Lovely stuff. Well, look, very best of luck with the rest of your preparations. It's looking like it's shaping up to be a fantastic tournament. And I must say, because we haven't said it yet, congratulations on winning the inaugural Cheney for Tournament of the Year. Very well done. Tip the cap to you. Lots of people voted, and lots of people voted for you. And I had an incredible time when I was down there. So
it's a testament to the people around us, really, that give us the help. Morgan's been part of that as well. Like it stretches pretty far, so
we appreciate that heaps. Like it's just any recognition is nice, and something like that, even albeit whatever the scale is of it, it's still really cool, and we really appreciate it. I was real happy to see that and hear that. So.
Very well deserved. Hell of a tournament, hell of a weekend. Looking forward to it.
Yep, should be good.
It's a big couple of weeks coming up. So
it's an incredible couple of weeks.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Look, thank you so much, chaps, for joining us. We'll speak to you again, I'm sure. And very best of luck with the rest of your preps. And speak to you soon.
Thank you, boys.
Okay, bye, Matt.
There we go. There we are. Morgan, you're obviously looking forward to this one because it's an Elite Series event that's going to be incredibly competitive because it's the third event in the
it's a pretty pivotal point in the event schedule points wise, isn't it? So if anyone's unsure on how the points work, because I have had a couple of messages asking, if you guys go to eliteseries.co.nz, there's a full breakdown of how the points work. Top 4 of 5 events is how is where your points are being tracked towards. So if you play 5, you'll get your best 4 scored, basically top 4 count. But eliteseries.co.nz, check it out. But I'm not even just looking forward to it because it's Elite Series, man. Like I've been going to this event every single year for God knows, at least 6 years now. Never missed it. At one point in time, I was actually semi-decent at disc golf, and I even remember running a putting clinic back in the day when disc golf was sort of on the up and come, as you might say. And it's just cool to see where it's sort of grown to and what these guys have managed to develop. The course going from the normal layout through the woods, which they've been had for a long time now, to getting on the golf course and having a permanent course out there now. So it's super exciting.
Excellent. I've just brought the point system up on the screen actually, so people can see it now.
Thank you.
And so, eliteseries.co.nz, you saw how it got here. If you go to events and then just keep scrolling down, you'll get to here. So you can see that Ashton Clark is leading. Sebastian Faulkner is in second. Mike Yu in third. Jasper Vandermeer, Sebastian Reeds, Tom Strawbridge, etc., etc. And that's in MPO. And then across to the ladies, Haley and Echo. 2 competitors so far. Remember, some absolutely huge prizes are up for grabs. Morgan, just remind us what's available.
Yeah, so we'll start off with the ladies, since you just mentioned them there. There is a Innova contract up for grabs for the FPO and FA1 division, so one contract per division there for the top seeded ladies in those 2 divisions. And then currently in the MPO division, the overall winner of the MPO division throughout the season, we'll be taking you out to Thailand for a trip to the Samui Swine and any other events that are sort of local to that. You'll have flights, accommodation, and a few tours around the place all included in that. So it's pretty sweet. You'll have to put up with me for a couple of weeks or however long you want to stay there for, but, that's a bonus.
Yeah, so some fantastic. I couldn't believe those prizes available, especially for the ladies' divisions. To have that kind of, to have the recognition from Innova to put their name and backing behind it, I think is
absolutely. They were fully in support of this. We had a pretty big meeting with their teams manager out there, and after sitting down, sort of listening, it wasn't even a proposition for us, just sort of us explaining what we're up to. They were 100% on board basically right away, which was awesome. And, we're working on other things for other divisions. They might not come to fruition this season, but I mean, that's a pretty blimmin' good start, those three right off the bat. So stay tuned. We'll see what we can come up with for this season, but next season, it's going to be good.
Excellent. Right. Now, let's turn our attention towards this weekend. Which is the North Island Champs in Inglewood. Let's just bring the screen up. This is the PGA entry page. So taking a look at the MPO division, you've got the top 3 rated players in the field, all playing in the feature card division, which is Jackson Sullivan, Connor McKinstry, and Joe Berry. And then Jonny Wake joins them, which I think is a fantastic addition, honestly.
Yeah. I think someone's been watching the show, if I'm honest.
I would hope so. So you've got 3. They're all huge throwers, right? They're all got bombs on it, quite honestly. Especially Joe and Jonny. And Connor's, it's his home course, right? So and he's won this event. He's won North Island Champs at this course before in one of his first or second event back in 2021, I want to say. And so so there's every chance here for any of these 3 to pick up a victory.
I'd love to see Connor pull it off again. He's very deserved and up against some serious competition in his own backyard.
Absolutely. Can you see anyone outside of that 4 having a say?
Sorry, one sec. I changed pages.
There's perhaps 2.
Probably. Come on. It's Jonny Wake for the win all day. Sorry, Connor. Let's be honest. When you're looking at these names, Feezy's the only other one that really jumps off the page. Francis Orange is right there with his 967 rating. He's very good, but I think just the experience of a couple of those other guys and recent form is probably going to prevail.
I think from memory, because November 2021, I think, was one of Francis's first events. He played in that North Island Champs that Connor won. He played in MA1 with me, actually, and finished a few strokes ahead. But I think he's got half a chance of making a podium spot, honestly. I think it's probably between him and Simon to break into the top 3 out of the rest of the division. The rest of the division is stacked, right?
Absolutely.
You've got Jake Brennan and Nicholas Golden coming down from Auckland, with JLP from Auckland, who have all been playing some fantastic golf. Brian Rawlings, local, who will know the course very, very well. Brady's capable of putting together some really hot rounds. If he can put together 3, the issue he's had in the past is that he hasn't managed to put together 3 hot rounds. If he manages to do that, he's in contention. And then, any of the other 4 that are there, Matthew Masters, Connie Yardley, Ollie Webb, Ben Schicker, we've seen them play very well in the past and have every
even Ben Schicker, who's on the bottom of that list ratings-wise, we've seen him pull out some incredible rounds. That might have been Bros for Chains. It was one of the Christchurch events where he just shot out of his skin. Top in the field, So you never know.
It's very, very, very possible. Taking a look at the FPO division, we've just got Echo and Megan, and they're pretty tightly rated in terms of there's just 3 rating points separating, so it could be quite a good battle there between the 2. I'm sure they'll be on the same card from the second round. I would have thought. MP40 is a small division. Really, I think it's going to be between Mikey and Mario here.
I just realised Mario's back. That just caught my eye just as you were saying that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Mario, I tell you right now, Mario could be a contender for overall.
You reckon?
Yep, 100%. I don't know how much, like, this is just off, knowledge and playing with him in the past and knowing how good he is. Like, his rating of 941 really, for me, doesn't reflect how good of a player he is.
No, did he come third at Nationals when it was down at Paradise? Was that?
Yeah, for sure. He's been right at the top on many occasions.
Yeah,
occasions.
Every
I don't know how much disc golf he's been getting in when he's been back on the other side of the world, but I tell you what, I wouldn't write him off at all. I didn't realize he was there, so I feel like he could be top 4 as well overall.
Absolutely. Actually, let's just bring up some. You've got the
as well as Mike, of course.
You've got the full list there, but let me just bring up the odds here on the screen, and you can have the full list. So the odds for the MPO division are Jackson Sullivan and Joe Berry are the favourites. Simon Feasey, Conor McKinstry, 3rd and 4th, respectively. Johnny Wake is at 12-1. That's where my money would be going, honestly. Paying 12s for Johnny Wake is incredible. Francis Orange at 12s as well, and then there's a bit of a gap between Nicholas Goulden, JLP, Connie Ardley, and Brian Rawlins a bit further out. Looking at MP40, Mikey Yu is favourite at 1.4, but Mario Cerny is not far behind at 2.8. Then there's a bit of a gap. MA1. So the two favourites here, Josh Pratt and Luke Hempel, going to be the two to watch. I think Luke Hempel we spoke about at the end of last year as a finalist in the breakout for the breakout player, and Josh Pratt been playing pretty well as well recently.
Well, that's a couple names that we quite often see on the Sweet Chain weekly highlights of the hot scores.
Yeah, absolutely. Ephraim Russell, a very good player from Palmerston North, and Ben Morrison, who throws very far. He organises the glow rounds around Berrenport. So and famously is Johnny Wake's uncle. If you meet him, but very good player in his own right, and throws far. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ben troubles the podium this weekend. Moving into MA40, the best division. Look, I'm stoked here that 4 of the top 6 in terms of odds are Wellingtonians. Very happy with that. Steve Lawson, however, is the favourite at 3.7. Phil McLeod at 6.9. Brett Carlisle, the South Island champ, is at 7.4, just slightly ahead of Hayden Shaw. Richard McDonald at 8.1, and then the man, myth, legend is 15th. Simon Fogarty. Owen Mendoza is 17 and bar. I wish I was there, eh? That'd be that's a cracking.
That's a hell of a division. 17 players in the MA40.
Yeah, look, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger.
Man, everyone's getting older, eh? Jeez. Funny that.
And then as we move into what I've done is I've put it as FPX, right? So what I've done is I've grouped all of the ladies, because there's a lot of ladies who are in divisions where they're on their own or only 2. So Megan Merrick is favourite overall at 4.8. Charlotte Dunkley at 6.6. Amy Whitmore is 8.2, and then Michaela Kerr at 9. Alison Tweedy, I think, is perhaps a slightly longer odds than perhaps she deserves there.
I think that's slightly long odds.
We'll see how that plays out. She's in the FJ15, but obviously is playing. I think she'll be playing she's playing the Blue Tees on the first day, so I suspect he's playing the same course like layout combination as the other ladies. So it will be a good comparison there. So yeah, we shall see how she goes. Obviously, winner of the ladies junior player of the year last year. So we shall see how she gets on in the first major of this year. Now we're just going to jump back because there are a few other divisions that I just wanted to have a quick look at. There's MA50, which has only got 3 players in. We've got Shane Ripley down from Invercargill.
Shane.
Duncan Humphrey and Richmond Selwyn. And then in MA60, you've got
Gary Jarvis.
Well, there's two people here I think are going to be battling it out: Gary Jarvis and Andy Brewster. So Gary Jarvis, who's been playing very well recently, and really finished off the year very well, 919 rated, and that'll get a bump in early January as well, I suspect. Against
I had Andy Brewster just highlighted there before you said that. I thought that was going to be the way you were going to lead.
Well, he's the current Grand Slam. He's the MA60 Grand Slam winner. So for 2023 calendar Grand Slam. So he's the current North Island, South Island, and national MA60 champion. Nice. So it's going to be incredible to see him go up against. He's going to have a stiff test in Gary Jarvis. We shall see how they get on. Hopefully that will be a good battle in that. Des Cooper's going to be sniffing about just in case any of them do struggle.
20 deep in MA2. Wowza.
20 deep in MA2. This is a very deep division, but also an incredibly competitive division. Barely any rating points separating this kind of middle group here. This could go anywhere. MA2 with a field like this.
No idea. You've got. I'll tell you one that's right there. Is Jacob Eder from Christchurch, Wood End.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him play some incredible disc golf, especially at Roxburgh in the past in MA1. I feel like he could be not a dark horse as such in a MA2 division, but someone who could pull through to for the win. Thanks, Johnny.
Okay, well, I'm going to call out. So Anthony Gilbert wants to call out Ty Engelke, who to run away with MA2. He's the highest rated player.
Yes.
So we shall see. I'm going to call out.
Is Mr. Dylan Wadsworth a relative of our current world champion?
I don't know.
That's got to count for something.
I would have. Well, let's have it from Pukahina. I don't know where that is. My apologies. If someone in the comments can tell me, that would be great. So two other players I want to call out. One is Dan Thornton, ultimate player, primarily from Hamilton. Suspect that he could put a few good rounds together on a course that I suspect favours an ex-ultimate player. Plenty of open sky to throw into. And then also Ezra Morrison, another one of the Morrison Wake family, and capable of putting some very good rounds together on his day. Played with him Topor, I think it was, earlier on this year, and he played very well. There's an eight deep in MA3. That's going to be, again, another competitive division. Levi Gojak is the highest rated player in that division. FA3 has got five players playing in FA3, which will be very interesting.
That's awesome.
And then down in the junior division, Finn Rumours, local Inglewoodian, if that's the right way to say it, is probably the favourite. Louis Hickson, however, also from Newport, will be pushing him all the way.
I'm going to make a bold statement here. I feel like Alison Tweedy could come and take out all of the women in this tournament. I've just been going over sort of in my head I've played the course before. I know the distances.
Yeah,
I think she might have the biggest arm out of all of them. And she's accurate.
I think there's every chance. I mean, she's the third highest. No, that can't be right. Yes, she's the third highest rated player, slightly behind Charlotte and Amy. So she's 7 points off Charlotte. So, I mean, 7 points is what, 2 shots over the course of a weekend?
She's the same rating as Echo Lee and FPO. Yeah.
So I think there's every chance. Every chance.
Yeah.
And so all the women are playing the same tees. Yeah, so it'll be a good. Thank you, Connor. It'll be a good comparison there, and we'll certainly be cheering her on.
Connor's asked for 100. Connor's asked for 100 each way on the win in the place. I'll get down the TAB and slap that on for you, bro.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. So look, this all kicks off, tees off tomorrow. The first MPO card tees off at 1:30, with the last card teeing off at 3:00. However, the first cards go off at 9:30, I think. 9:30. So there's plenty of disc golf to follow all through the day if you're in a bind and you know you have still got a few days off and you want to cheer on your favorite disc golfer, then even MA40 teeing off pretty early.
If you're from out of town, you're watching the show right now and you're listening and you're at this event, just something to do on the side. They have some super nice beaches out that way. I couldn't tell you for the life of me where they are. They're on the coast, obviously, but I got taken to a couple of unbelievably nice beaches up there. So go enjoy the local area and get some local food, some cuisine in you. Enjoy yourselves. It's going to be a good weekend.
Absolutely. It sounds like it's going to be fantastic to follow. And it's the first major, so there's always going to be something a little bit more on the line, right? So it's not just about taking the cash or winning the tournament, whatever.
Correct.
You know, you're a major champion if you win this, and that's not every tournament that you can say that. So it's going to be good.
Matt, can I just change angles on you here right now?
Yes.
We're talking about champions.
Go on.
And you're English.
I am.
I know you're working, but did you happen to have an eye on the darts this morning?
Oh, so I've been hearing about it. I've not watched any of it, but I was partial to a bit of darts and the Ali Pally, which has played host to the World Championships. I haven't seen it. 16-year-old from
Luke Lidler,
Warrington, I think, has just beaten everyone, which is incredible, considering it's normally a game that takes practice, right? It's you've got to practice it if you want to.
Mate, it's a great sport. I've been to a lot of sporting events in my time, and I went to the darts in Wolverhampton in the UK,
yes.
And I think that tops the list of any sporting event I've ever attended.
Were you intoxicated for the entire time?
Sort of question is that? Have you watched the darts? You're not allowed to. If you
to be honest,
I've
never been, right? But I'd love to go. It does look like a hell of a lot of fun.
It's just
right?
In person, it's the best sporting experience I've ever been a part of. It's incredible, and to see Luke Littler there as a 16-year-old in the World Championship final up against the world number one, just. Luke Humphreys was just incredible. Sorry to take you away from disc golf chat, but I just had to bring that up because that made my morning watching that today.
Well, it is slightly linked to disc golf in that Luke Humphreys,
correct,
is his namesake. He's obviously coming to New Zealand later on this year. But yes, no, I didn't see any of the darts. I didn't see the final. But I understand he lost, but the crowd would have been behind him, and that would have just been an incredible experience.
It was incredible. But let me pivot one more time back to more World Championship caliber things. We had Sarah Wadsworth break the distance record again.
Yes, we did. Let me see if I can find a video of it in case you missed this.
There we go. I believe 86 meters. Now, that's just a quality guess at best. Sorry, Paul or Sarah, if any of you are watching, goldfish memory half the time. I believe 86 meters around there, though.
I'm seeing if I can find the video, but I'm struggling to find it.
It'll be on.
Wait a minute, I've got it here.
If that helps.
Got it here. Ooh, it's only 10 seconds long, so we've got to be quick. So let's just have a look. There we go. Right. So. Let's put the video on. Oh, it has no sound. That's all right. We can just play it. So here we go.
86.36 meters. World Flying Disc Federation. Certified.
There you go. Bang.
Hell of a run-up, eh? She came in from well out of frame.
Yeah. And can we just say, as it plays again, the sharp-eyed among you, and this was confirmed. Just take a look at her landing foot. This ankle does not twist. Yes. It just looks so like that really hurt, but it was a shoe malfunction. No ankles were twisted in the making of that throw, or that world record, I should say.
But that is, that's what Calvin's foot always looks like when he's running when he's playing in running shoes. He's got those soft top running shoes, and the shoes fold over on the throw. Yeah.
Better that the shoe folds over than the ankle does.
Yeah, I'd be off work for a couple of weeks if I did that.
Tell you what, it's the injury that makes me kind of squeamish the most, honestly, because it's happened to me several times playing Ultimate in the past. It's one of the more common injuries for me anyway. Yeah. For years I was strapping it all up, so I was pleased to see that that there wasn't any injuries as a result of that. But incredible work, Sarah, for breaking the world record again. She's going to keep doing it, isn't she? That's just going to be. Going to be her now. We're just going to over again. We should see as she gets older and older. Let's see if she can keep breaking those records. Right, Morgan. Anything else happened in the world of disc golf?
Not for me. Not for me. And as I said, man, I've been pretty busy with work, so I haven't been all up on the news coverage. So no, nothing from my end, my friend.
Let's quickly just have a look at the upcoming events, just in case there's anyone who's wondering what the calendar looks like. So Egg Monster is this weekend. Roxburgh Open is next weekend. Then it's Southern Smash. Then it's you got a double header here, the Seafarer and the Topol Classic. Excuse me, which is and A Midsummer's Dream in Christchurch, all taking place on the last weekend of January. New Zealand Nationals is the weekend after that. Bottle Lake the weekend after that. Then Paradise Plates, Ashburton Open and the Queenstown Classic. You got Ashburton Open on the 24th of February, and then there's a bit of a gap before the Queenstown Classic in March. The Garden City Open is the weekend after that. That's the fourth of 5 of the Elite Series, and then Armageddon in Nelson the weekend in the 6th, 7th of April, with Montana Flat 13th and 14th of April.
That's going to be a fun one, guys. That's one that's sort of not slipping under the radar. We just haven't put anything out. That's a generation event. Montana Disc Golf Festival. It's going to be unsanctioned. Come in. We're going to have heaps of different games and different point systems and ways to win prizes and, camping, bonfires, music. It's going to be a hell of a time. We're just, completely going away from the proper, PDGA style tournament for this one. It's going to be just a hell of a hoot.
Excellent. And finally, just having a quick look at the power rankings. So Hayley Flintoff, Michelle Simpson, Victoria Speller, Nicola Stout, and Alex Williams are your top 5 ladies. And Levi Stout, Jackson Sullivan playing this weekend, Ashton Clark, Joe Berry playing this weekend, and Jay Watkinson are the top 5 in the MPO division. Okay, Morgan, I think that more or less does it for us this week. We'll have more to cover next weekend as you'll be knee-deep in Roxburgh Open prep.
I'll be in Roxburgh next week on the Thursday show. Hopefully the Wi-Fi holds up out there. I can't really remember how good it was at the house we stayed at.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Perfect. Jonny said it's going to be sweet.
Oh, good stuff. We'll also have a new North Island champ, so look out for that. We'll see if we can get a guest on the show next week to have a chat. And that's about it from us. All that remains for me to say is Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
May all of your putts go in. If you like what we do, then please consider subscribing to us on YouTube. Now, we are only 12 subscribers away from our next giveaway. So, Morgan, we need to get thinking about what our next giveaway is going to be, because it could be next week or perhaps the week after. We shall see. We're only 12 subscribers away. So if you haven't subscribed at the moment on YouTube, then consider hitting the subscribe button and getting us over the 300 mark, which, as I said, is only 12 subs away. But I think that more or less does it for us. Very best of luck to everybody playing at North Island Champs this weekend. But wherever you're playing disc golf, take it easy, play well, get some birdies, and we'll